Welcome to AI Insights with Micah Gaudet. My name is Micah, excited to talk to you today about AI in the public sector from a practitioner's perspective. This episode and all the episodes on this podcast are summaries of my LinkedIn newsletter, AI in Government. Find me on LinkedIn, connect with me, and subscribe to the newsletter to engage more deeply with the conversation. This podcast is created through Notebook LM. If you want to learn more about that, go visit Notebook LM or reach out to me via LinkedIn. With that being said, let's dive in.
Are you like drowning in information sometimes, wishing you could just cut through all the noise and get real answers fast? Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're really plunging into a topic that, well, it touches just about everyone navigating today's, let's face it, overwhelming information landscape. We're talking about how to truly get the most out of generative AI. Transforming it from this kind of vague concept into your most effective tool for like rapid knowledge acquisition.
Exactly. And look, this isn't about some far-off theoretical AI. What we're digging into today is all about practical, right-now application. The insights we're pulling out are particularly crucial for folks in public service, sure, but honestly, the lessons here are pretty much universal for anyone looking to gain knowledge quickly, thoroughly, and maybe most importantly, without feeling totally overwhelmed.
Yeah, I think that without feeling overwhelmed part is so key, especially with, how fast AI is changing all the time. So for this deep dive, we've pulled together some really fantastic sources from a leading voice in this area. We're mainly looking at Micah Gaudet's Kindle book, 1001 Prompts for Unlocking Generative AI in Local Government, and also his pretty powerful LinkedIn article, Stop Worshipping Perfect Prompts.
Oh yeah, Micah Gaudet is definitely someone to pay attention to in this space. As the deputy city manager in the Phoenix metro area, he's not just talking about AI, he's actively putting it to work in local government. His stuff provides a real-world blueprint for how AI can be used right now to solve actual problems.
Right. So our mission today really is to pull out the most important bits of knowledge, those insights on how to use these conversational AI platforms like ChatGPT effectively. We'll look at the public service angle, yeah, but we're really focusing on those lessons that can help you, the listener, avoid that information overload and just quickly get up to speed no matter what field you're in.
And what I find particularly insightful about Gaudet's perspective is this, like a fundamental shift he's pushing for. It's about moving away from that endless, sometimes frustrating hunt for the quote-unquote perfect prompt and shifting towards something more actionable, more progress-driven. It's all about streamlining how things work and enhancing engagement, not just for City Hall, but really for any group that deals with information.
Okay, let's unpack that a bit then. Gaudet's book, the 1001 Prompts one, it really sets the stage, doesn't it? He doesn't see generative AI as some, distant future thing. He calls it an indispensable guide for basically any professional in local government. And I think you could easily say any professional, full stop, whether you're in IT, city planning, HR. He's saying this is for you.
And a key thing here is the core promise of that book. It doesn't just theorize, right? It offers this wide array of prompts designed to stimulate innovative solutions, streamline operations, and improve community engagement. It's very much a hands-on, problem-solving kind of approach. What really stands out to me is how it gets past just what if and goes straight to here's how.
And that practical nature really shines through. He makes sure these prompts are actionable, offering immediate AI-generated insights or even plans you can implement. Plus, they're in a user-friendly format, supposedly for easy input. So it makes finding solutions feel as simple as just asking the right question. It's about empowering people to do something right away,
Yeah, and if you connect this to the bigger picture, the book talks about a broader impact.
Yeah.
Inclusive governance.
Right.
So it's not just about making things run smoother internally. It's actually about enhancing citizen participation and transparency. Now, that's a pretty significant statement about AI's potential to really change how government interacts with people, making it more accessible.
It really is. It goes beyond just the tech itself. And for anyone who likes the details, the book's about 143 pages, published just last year, September 22, 2023. It's even ranked like hashtag 136 in state and local government and hashtag 194 in natural language processing on Kindle's bestsellers list, which just kind of underlines how relevant and, well, impactful it is right now. Okay, now here's where Gaudet's thinking kind of evolves, leading to that LinkedIn article, Stop Worshipping Perfect Prompts, which was published just this past May 27, 2025. This shows he's not just, sticking with his first ideas. He's adapting, iterating on his own stuff.
Right. This article really cuts to the chase with a pretty provocative statement. Gaudet's main argument is that AI isn't a side project for City Hall anymore. He says it sits in the meeting, reviews the RFPs, that's request for proposal, of course, and sometimes it answers the public records request before you do. He's basically saying it's fully integrated now, like a silent, powerful partner.
It is. And that central message, it's almost rebellious. It really jumped out at me. The only thing standing between you and leverage is the sentence you type next. Quit polishing it. Press send. It's like he's giving us permission to just start, stop overthinking it.
Exactly. And that just start attitude really frames the article as a crash course. Built for public sector pros, yeah, but applicable to anyone, really. It's about getting value today, not after some 6-week deep dive course. It's about immediate steps, actionable things, and not getting bogged down in, analysis paralysis.
So with that kind of shift in mindset, Gaudet then lays out 5 key strategies for practical prompting, for actually getting to that value. What's the first one that really stands out to you?
For me, it's got to be start with the decision, not the topic. Yep. This hits on such a common mistake. Most people start way too broad, like draft something on park maintenance. Yeah. But it's like asking a chef to make something with food. It's too vague.
Absolutely. It's like we expect the AI to be a mind reader. He's really saying flip that common approach, isn't he? Instead of these general questions, he's pushing us towards focusing on the output we actually need.
Precisely. So Gaudet gives the effective alternative, which focuses on the desired outcome, like give me a 100-word summary of maintenance backlogs by district for Tuesday's work session. See? When you put the AI directly at your goal, it's not just guessing. It's efficiently delivering what you need. Cuts down editing time massively. It's like handing a surgeon the right scalpel, not just a box of tools. So for you, the listener, how can you apply this outcome-first thinking to your own information needs, whether it's for a presentation, a report, or just, understanding a tricky topic?
That's a fantastic example. So, okay, once you know your outcome, what's the next step? Gaudet's second strategy is layer like an interrogator. Tell us more about that one.
Right, so it's not about dumping 3 pages of context in one giant prompt. That usually just confuses things. It's more of a serial approach. You build the context piece by piece. Think like a detective building a case, maybe. Gaudet gives this great illustration. First, you ask, list building permits over $2 in 2024. Simple start. Then you refine it. Okay, now add the funding source and the job site address. And then you zero in and flag anything within 500 feet of a school.
Okay, so the benefit of layering like that is pretty clear. Layers turn AI ramble into a clean briefing, as he puts it. It's about refining as you go, getting more specific each time, and kind of training the AI in that conversation.
Exactly. And this brings up a good question for you, the listener.
Yeah.
Where in your own complex information gathering could you break things down? Break them into these smaller iterative steps. You'll likely find it leads to much clearer, more focused answers instead of trying to get everything perfect in that first shot.
Makes sense. Now for strategy 3. Feed its city DNA. Or, in your case, your own specific context. Because as Gaudet says, models aren't psychic. They don't know your local slang or your company's typical tone.
Absolutely not. City DNA or organizational DNA really involves things like the reading level you need for your audience, the specific tone your organization uses, typical acronyms, stuff like that. Gaudet even suggests keeping a prompt pack ready, like a quick reference of these context points so you aren't typing them out every single time. For instance, maybe always starting with, use a formal tone suitable for a city council memo before you ask it to draft something.
Yeah, he gives a great example, just prepending 2 sentences on voice and resident reading level before asking for a press release draft. It's a tiny bit of effort up front for potentially a huge payoff later, right? I mean, how many times have we all gotten an AI draft that's technically correct but just totally misses the mark on tone or audience?
Oh, way too many times. And what's really powerful here is the result he points to. Context in, revisions out. It saves you so much time messing around with track changes because the AI is giving you something much closer to what you actually need right from the start. So for you listening, what's that essential context you need to give the AI to make its output truly relevant? Relevant for your specific needs, your specific audience. Think about your organization's voice, your internal jargon, even the common questions your clients ask.
Okay, which brings us neatly to strategy 4. Iterate fast, throw away faster. This one really goes against that grain, that pursuit of perfect on the first try. I know I've definitely been guilty of spending way too long trying to craft that single perfect prompt.
Well, we all have. But Gaudet's philosophy here is really insightful. First drafts stink. Second drafts teach. The goal isn't perfection. It's just making it better than the last click.
Yeah.
And this isn't just about finishing faster. It's actually about learning faster, too.
Yeah.
Every quick try, even if it's not quite right, gives you instant feedback. It's almost like having a dedicated coach for your brainstorming, pushing you to refine your ideas not just once, but maybe multiple times in just a few minutes. That rapid feedback loop is where you really start compounding your skill with the AI.
That's such a freeing idea. He suggests a really practical way to do it. 2-minute sprints, 3 prompt variants, pick the winner, move on. It's like rapid prototyping, but for your AI chats.
Exactly. And the really powerful takeaway is speed compounds. Perfection doesn't. Just think about that. Every quick iteration, even a quote-unquote bad one, teaches you something about how the AI responds, about what you actually need. Those little learnings stack up super fast. They let you cover more ground and refine your thinking way faster than if you agonized over one perfect prompt. It's about building that muscle memory with the AI. So for you, the listener, how can you maybe embrace that rapid prototyping mindset with AI? How can you use it to speed up your own learning and output instead of getting stuck trying to nail it perfectly the first time?
Right. And finally, strategy 5. Automate the scaffolding with Prompt Genius. Now, Gaudet introduces his own micro app here called Prompt Genius, which is designed to convert plain English goals into ready-to-run prompt templates.
Yeah, the whole purpose of this Prompt Genius tool seems to be reducing the friction of writing prompts. It handles the structure, the setup, the role-playing instructions, the formatting requests, so you can focus completely on the substance of what you're asking for. It's kind of like having a template builder for your AI conversations.
He gives an example, saying you can feed Prompt Genius a live task like, give me a way to collect resident noise complaint themes.
Mhm.
And it then spits out a ready-to-run prompt, all structured, without you having to remember all the, prompt engineering tricks.
And the ultimate advantage, as Gaudet puts it, is let the tool handle syntax so you can handle substance. It's about offloading the boring, repetitive parts of crafting a good prompt so your brain power stays focused on the higher level thinking. So for you listening, are there tools or maybe strategies you could use to automate some parts of your AI interaction? Could that free you up for more important thinking and problem solving? Maybe it's that personal prompt pack you mentioned earlier, or even just using the custom instructions feature within your AI tool.
So, okay, what does this all boil down to? Gaudet's final thought from the article seems to tie it all together perfectly on this theme of progress, not perfection, he says. Local government improves in increments. So does prompt crafting. Type, test, tweak, repeat.
And his practical wisdom really comes through there. The best prompt isn't the clever one in your drafts folder, it's the rough cut you used this morning to shave an hour off your workload. It's all about utility, efficiency, not about elegance or some theoretical perfection. It's about getting real work done faster.
Yeah, he truly hammers home that message. Stop chasing flawless. Chase progress. That feels like such a powerful call to action, one that could fundamentally change how we all approach using AI. Well, this deep dive has really highlighted a profound shift in perspective, hasn't it? All thanks to Micah Gaudet's insights. The real power of generative AI, especially for practical stuff like in local government, isn't about endlessly polishing one perfect prompt. It's really about adopting this iterative, outcome-focused way of working where every quick attempt teaches you something.
Absolutely. These strategies, they aren't just theory, right? They're about empowering you, the listener, to actually harness AI for real results. Streamlining your work, maybe enhancing public service, if that's your field. It's about moving from being buried in information to finding those actionable insights that actually make a difference. And it starts by just being willing to try things out, to experiment and iterate.
And, as we wrap up, let's just circle back to Gaudet's point that AI isn't a side project anymore for City Hall, that it's integrated into critical functions like reviewing RFPs or even answering public records requests. That's a really thought-provoking question for all of us, isn't it? As AI gets woven into everything, that whole conversation around transparency and public trust is only going to get bigger. What are the broader implications? For transparency, for trust, if citizens know AI is involved in these really foundational government interactions.
It's a crucial point to think about, absolutely. How might you, listening right now, ensure that AI speed and efficiency, say in public service, also uphold those vital values like accountability, accessibility, and maybe just as important, how do you communicate that effectively to the public? It's a good reminder that while AI gives us incredible efficiency, we as the users still have that responsibility to make sure it upholds core values. So we definitely encourage you to check out Micah Gaudet's work, his book, his LinkedIn articles, and more importantly, maybe take these practical prompt crafting ideas and try applying them in your own world, whether that's professional or personal. See if you can unlock the full potential of generative AI for yourself.
This has been AI Insights with Micah Gaudet. For more, connect with me on LinkedIn or visit www.civicinnovation.ai. Until next time, keep turning insights into action.